The Philippines is making a bold move in the West Philippine Sea. Manila is no longer standing by quietly or watching from the sidelines. The nation is drawing a new line in the sea, a story of courage and resolve. The world is watching as the Philippines asserts its rights. For years, quiet diplomacy and patience were the strategy. But as foreign ships came closer and Filipino fishermen felt threatened, it became clear change was needed. The government realized the old ways weren't working. A new, assertive strategy was born. This isn't just about words, it's about action. More ships, more patrols, more presence. The Philippine flag will be seen more often in contested waters, sending a clear message. The West Philippine Sea is vital to the nation. The government is backing its claims with real assets on the water. This marks a pivotal moment in the country's defense policy. Major world powers are taking notice. On the waves, there's a sense of renewed hope. Filipino sailors and Coast Guard members now have a clear mission: protect the nation's interests. Fishermen, once fearful, now see their own country's ships nearby. This brings security and unity. The emotional shift is as important as the strategic one. National morale is rising. The country is uniting behind a common cause, protecting its sovereign rights. This new chapter is about action, not just rhetoric. The Philippines is showing it will not be pushed around in its own backyard. The West Philippine Sea is a source of food, energy, and pride. The government's new approach is a significant departure from the past. It's a move that signals a new era for Philippine maritime defense. The world is watching this dramatic shift unfold. The Philippines is ready to defend its future. This is just the beginning. The heart of the new strategy is tripling patrols in the West Philippine Sea. This is a massive operational leap, not a minor adjustment. Imagine 3 guards instead of 1. Security transforms. The Philippines is increasing its eyes and ears on the water. This move is a direct response to growing challenges. The status quo is no longer acceptable. A larger presence means better monitoring, faster response, and stronger protection for marine resources and fishermen. For too long, vast areas of the exclusive economic zone were left unpatrolled, creating a vacuum others filled. By tripling patrols, the Philippines is reclaiming its maritime domain. This is a proactive stance, not a reactive one. The previous administration downplayed tensions and reduced patrols. Now, national sovereignty is front and center. Tripling patrols is the most visible sign of this new direction. It's ambitious and costly, but the government sees it as essential. The cost of inaction is far greater: potential loss of resources and sovereignty. This bold leap is a calculated risk for long-term security. The plan requires more ships, fuel, and personnel, but it's a necessary investment for the nation's future. The Philippines is determined to secure its place in the region. This is a dramatic departure from the past. The message is clear: the Philippines will actively defend its waters. The era of passive observation is over. The Philippines has unveiled a powerful new tool: assertive transparency. Instead of hiding confrontations, the Philippines now publicizes them. Cameras, videos, and social media show the world what's happening at sea. Aggressors can no longer operate in the shadows. Their actions are exposed. Journalists and camera crews now join patrols, capturing every incident. High-resolution images tell a story that diplomatic cables can't. This strategy gains international sympathy and support. In the past, incidents were kept quiet. Now the Philippines controls the narrative. Transparency puts pressure on China to explain its actions. Assertive transparency is non-violent resistance, fighting back with information. International media now regularly feature these stories. Allies like the US, Japan, and Australia have voiced support. The Filipino people are rallying behind their Coast Guard. National pride is rising as the public sees the bravery of their defenders. Assertive transparency is now a core part of national security. It's more than a media tactic, it's a strategic weapon. The world is watching, and the Philippines is leading with truth. The West Philippine Sea is now a stage for tense, real-life confrontations. Incidents have sharply increased, especially at flashpoints like Ayungin Shoal. Filipino Marines live on the grounded BRP Sierra Madre, supplied by risky missions. In August 2023, a Philippine supply boat was blocked and hit by a Chinese water cannon. Footage went viral. In March 2024, a Chinese ship collided with a Philippine vessel. These are not isolated events, but part of a pattern of intimidation. China uses large ships, lasers, and water cannons. Gray zone tactics just short of war. Filipino sailors must show restraint under direct provocation. The human cost is real. Fishermen are harassed and lose income. Supply crews risk their lives. The conflict is personal. Frustration, anger, and determination run deep. Coast Guard officers face adrenaline and duty. Fishermen feel both helpless and defiant. These stories are at the heart of the struggle. Every mission tests courage and resolve. The stakes are high for those on the front lines. The Philippines' response is shaped by these daily realities. The world is seeing the human side of this maritime conflict. Numbers reveal the scale of change. Before, the Coast Guard conducted 20-30 patrols a year. Now, it's aiming for 90 in 100. This surge means a Philippine vessel is almost always present, watching and reporting. The exclusive economic zone is vast. Patrolling it is a huge challenge. More patrols mean wider coverage, from Ayungin Shoal to Scarborough Shoal. This acts as a deterrent and signals that the entire EEZ matters. In 2024 alone, over 100 foreign incursions were documented, evidence for diplomatic protests and legal cases. The Philippines is now better at detecting and recording violations. Patrols are longer, with ships staying at sea for weeks. This sustained presence ensures no gaps in surveillance. Fishermen feel safer for longer periods. The mindset has shifted from symbolic presence to active, persistent awareness. The growing dataset of patrol reports is a valuable asset. It strengthens the country's legal and diplomatic position. The expansion is about both numbers and endurance. The Philippines is building a shield over its waters. The Philippines is not alone. It's strengthening alliances and modernizing its fleet. The U.S.-Philippines Mutual Defense Treaty is a powerful deterrent, now explicitly covering Coast Guard ships. Japan has provided large, modern patrol vessels, the backbone of expanded patrols. Australia conducts joint patrols and training, while France, the UK, and Canada support freedom of navigation. The Philippines is investing in new frigates, fast attack craft, and helicopters. The goal, a credible minimum defense to deter aggression. The country can't match China ship for ship, but it can raise the cost of any attack. New ships allow for longer, more effective patrols. Joint exercises improve skills and coordination. New radar and aircraft enhance maritime awareness. Every new asset and partnership adds a layer to defense. The Philippines is serious about security and leveraging international support. Modernization and alliances are critical to the new strategy. The country is investing in its future. The message: the Philippines is ready and not standing alone. Its shield is stronger than ever. China is unsettled by the Philippines' new assertiveness. Beijing, used to a quieter Manila, now faces assertive transparency and increased patrols. Chinese officials accuse the Philippines of provoking trouble and escalating tensions. China responds by sending more Coast Guard and militia vessels, often outnumbering Philippine ships. Water cannons and dangerous maneuvers continue, sometimes with greater frequency. China wants to show dominance and control over the region. Public statements from Beijing are harsh, blaming the Philippines for incidents. China releases its own videos to shape the narrative. The information war is in full swing. Behind the bluster, there's strategic worry in Beijing. The Philippines' strategy is uniting international opinion and strengthening alliances. This is not what China wants. A united front backed by the US is a tougher challenge. China prefers one-on-one dealings, where it holds the advantage. The Philippines' bold moves are forcing China to recalculate. Beijing is feeling the pressure from this unexpected Filipino resolve. The regional balance is shifting. The Philippines walks a fine line, defending its rights while avoiding war. Every action in the West Philippine Sea carries risk. A misstep could escalate quickly. To manage this, diplomatic channels with Beijing remain open. Hotlines and crisis talks help prevent incidents from spiraling. The strategy: assertive at sea, ready to talk on land. International law is a key pillar. The 2016 Hague ruling backs the Philippines and gives its actions legal weight. By highlighting this, the Philippines frames its stance as law enforcement, not aggression. This approach wins support from countries favoring a rules-based order. The ultimate goal: a stable, peaceful region where law prevails. The hope is that firm resistance will change China's behavior. A binding code of conduct remains a long-term aim. For now, the Philippines must balance courage with wisdom. It's a difficult but essential path for the nation's future. The world is watching this careful balancing act. The Philippines' actions today will shape the region's future. This is more than a dispute over reefs. It's a test of will and the rules that govern the Indo-Pacific. The Philippines stands for a rules-based order, not might makes right. The path ahead is tough. More standoffs, more pressure. But the new strategy gives the country agency and pride. Modernized forces, strong alliances, and assertive transparency offer a fighting chance. Success depends on consistency, investment, and unity. The Filipino people's support is crucial. Defiance and resilience are the nation's greatest assets. The future of the West Philippine Sea hangs in the balance. The Philippines is a beacon of resistance against coercion. By standing firm, it defends not just its waters, but the principle of sovereignty for all nations. The world is watching, and the outcome will echo for decades.